Hello everyone, my name is Stacy Baker and this is my real video on why we need school counselors. I think as counselors in training we probably all have an idealistic view of what it's going to be like to be a counselor, and that view is probably of sitting in your office or going into your school building and meeting with the students and clients and just helping them, taking time to listen to them, having the time to listen to them, and just supporting their emotional, personal, or academic needs. And if you have been in a school setting, worked in a school setting, and observed your school counselor, or if you have spoken with a school counselor about their job, or if you are a school counselor, you probably know that realistically school counselors don't really get to play that idealistic role of counselor. And it's unfortunate, but there are so many requirements that are placed on school counselors that can hinder them from doing the things counselors are trained to do, which is supporting students' needs and, helping our clients or our students. And you have to consider that school counselors have requirements set by the state, by DPI, and then they have county requirements in addition to those state requirements set by the LEA, and then there's your individual school requirements set by your administrator. So you have DPI, LEA, and administrators' requirements kind of piled on top of your role as counselor. And the biggest thing I've seen counselors do outside of their role as being a counselor is being the testing coordinator. I have witnessed my former school counselor setting up, scheduling testing for many weeks, it seemed, and administering the test herself, training proctors and teachers to administer those tests, coordinating testing accommodations and modifications. It just seemed that testing is one of the biggest responsibilities placed on many counselors, and that it is just a very time-consuming thing. And if it's very time-consuming, you have to think that that time has to be interfering with the time they could be spending meeting with students. And that's unfortunate, but it's often required of school counselors. Also, in my former school, I witnessed my school counselor being the administrator. The principal and assistant principal were out of their office for a few days, and she had to step in as the administrator for the week. And that's just not that one week. She, handled behavior problems all year, it seemed like, because teachers call on counselors to handle behavior issues also. And there are so many other schools, I think, that are the same way, where counselors are handed a lot of behavior issues. And I've even seen counselors covering classes for teachers who have had to leave or are absent. And I've seen my former school counselor taking care of ESL paperwork and testing, and that took a few days. I remember she had everyone lined up in the hall ready for testing, and I just thought, now looking back, she wasn't able, if she's out there doing that, something she's been required to do, she's not in her office to meet with students. And it's not her fault or any other counselor's fault. It's just kind of the nature of the job. There are so many other responsibilities piled on top of counselors in addition to their role of being a counselor. Another few things are lunch and bus duty. Enrolling new students, I've definitely seen school counselors doing that. I've even spoken with a school counselor who said that she had to plan and organize special events going on at her school, like going out and purchasing food, setting up events, kind of being a party planner. And that's definitely, I would think, out of the requirement of being a counselor. But it's just, like I said, kind of the nature of the job. It seems that counselors just have to do so many things and wear so many hats. But Anyway, those are just a few of my thoughts on what it's really like to be a school counselor in many schools. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you.